So President Trump, like he normally does, dropped a crazy bombshell at CPAC. He said this about the Hells Angels.
You know the Hells Angels? They're among the nicest people on earth when you compare them to these thugs. And the Hells Angels actually love our country, if you can believe that. They actually do.
Then he turned around and said this about MS-13.
The full might and power of the federal government will now be dedicated to eradicating MS-13, Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan prison gangs. These are very nice fellows. The only thing good about them is they make our criminals look like nice people.
And was Tucker Carlson's heartfelt tribute at Sonny Barger's funeral merely a respectful farewell, or does it hint at a deeper relationship between the Republican Party and the Hells Angels? Let's get into it.
We run the night, we run the night, run.
Big shout to the Ghosts and the Ghostettes. Welcome to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture, where we cover everything motorcycle and motorcycle club involved. I'm Sos the Ghost. I'm your host for the evening. President Trump's remarks at CPAC. In this speech, Trump singled out the Hells Angels as an outlaw kind of symbol of patriotism, while saying that MS-13's criminal acts are way more egregious, way more heinous. Let's check out this clip and not take anything out of context, and then you tell me what you think.
All countries are now taking their illegal aliens back, even those that stated strongly, we will never take them back. Don't ever send them to us. But they said that during the Biden administration. They never said it during my administration. Venezuela's taking them back. Colombia's taking them back. Remember, Colombia said, we will not take them back, he said. And within about 13 minutes, I think, we would love to take them back. In fact, we will send our planes to pick them up. Remember? And they said, what happened? What happened? And you see these Venezuelan planes loaded up with some real nice people. You wouldn't have wanted to be the pilot on any of those planes. But they know we're not playing games, and just this week I officially designated bloodthirsty cartels and murderous gangs as foreign terrorist organizations, something which Biden didn't want to do and nobody wanted to do. It's true. The full might and power of the federal government will now be dedicated to eradicating MS-13, Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan prison gangs. These are very nice fellows. The only thing good about them is they make our criminals look like nice people. It's true. Remember when they used to say, people that come in from foreign countries are nice people. These are wonderful people. These are good people. They're not murderers. They're not terrible. These people make us look like babies, okay? You know the Hells Angels? They're among the nicest people on earth when you compare them to these thugs. And the Hells Angels actually love our country, if you can believe that. They actually do. But their members and their leaders in the United States will be hunted down. I'm talking about MS-13. They're hunting them down. We removed tens of thousands MS-13.
So, I don't know what you think about this, but this is how I feel. When Trump says the Hells Angels are loving the country, he's tapping into a narrative that rebrands outlaws as the embodiments of raw American spirit. I kind of agree with that in certain points, but why would a group with such a notorious reputation be held up as a model of patriotism? Some people were saying he's very close with Chuck Zito, former Hells Angels president. If you're close with somebody, naturally you're gonna look at their boys a little different. You're gonna have a little bit of a camaraderie. Some people, when I put out the short clip about it, people were saying the Hells Angels are like babies compared to MS-13, like in a negative sense. I don't think that that's what Trump was saying in any way, shape, or form. I think it was a shout out to 81. It felt like he was paying homage. I don't know what you think. Some feel like the Hells Angels, because they were in movies, they're the only club that gets that kind of love, while clubs like the Pagans, the Mongols, the Vagos get treated like scum of the earth when it comes to anybody on that side. Real quick, if you enjoy MC culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. Give me a pound wherever you're from. Get your Ghost of Ellie mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all, and you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. I ask you, is this just another way to put political spin for some controversy? Or is it that line where being an outlaw is respectable in some way, shape, or form to these people that often give Ricos to clubs? Or is it just the Hells Angels thing? To understand this further, I think we need to go back to the roots of the outlaw image, specifically the vision of Sonny Barger. He wasn't just a biker. He was a visionary who challenged the status quo. Barger's bold proposal back in the 1960s, while most people saw the Hells Angels purely as like street renegades, Barger had a radical idea. He believed that the raw power and loyalty and fierce independence of his club could be redirected for something greater, national service. Imagine that. An outlaw club joining the military. That's what Sonny proposed, turning that rebellious energy into a disciplined force for the country. This wasn't just a quirky idea. It was a statement about redefining what it means to be patriotic. Barger wanted to show that defiance and strength could coexist with the loyalty of one's nation. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I think you could be an outlaw and be a patriot. That's how I view myself. Consider this. Was Sonny Barger simply indulging in an idealistic fantasy? Or did he genuinely believe the spirit of rebellion could be channeled into something productive for America? If you had the same raw energy and independent spirit, would you try to transform it for a greater cause? I know I would. Now, fast forward to recent years, when Barger passed away, another moment brought the outlaw narrative back into the spotlight. Tucker Carlson's tribute and his connections to the Hells Angels. What Tucker Carlson was saying is that Barger was more than just a bike. He described them as a symbol of radical defiance and American strength, qualities that resonate strongly with certain conservative ideals. But here's the question. Was Tucker Carlson simply honoring a legendary figure, or does his tribute reveal something more? Could it be that his commentary is part of a broader trend within the Republican Party, where figures with an outlaw image are celebrated as icons of patriotism? Let's consider the impact. His words resonated with a significant segment of his audience, blurring the lines between respect for a counterculture icon and the celebration of a certain type of rebellious nationalism. Let me know in the comments if you think it was a heartful goodbye, or was it a hint at a deeper connection between his political views and the outlaw ethos of the Hells Angels. The story of the Hells Angels isn't just confined to political speeches and funeral tributes. It's also been a staple of Hollywood. Over the decades, movies and TV shows have transformed these bikers into anti-hero icons. They played a major role in shaping the Hells Angels image. These portrayals often celebrate their defiance, portraying them as rebels who live by their own rules, a narrative that's both alluring and dangerous if you're not built like that. Think about it. What is it about these outlaw figures that captures the imagination? Is it the idea of absolute freedom, or perhaps the sheer audacity to reject societal norms? Maybe a lot of people just want to live like an outlaw. How does the blend of Hollywood myth and political endorsement shape the view of what it means to be rebellious in America? Today's reaction is more than a response to a single CPAC remark. It's diving into the layered and often contradictory ways we define American identity, from Sonny Barger's visionary idea of channeling outlaw energy into national service, to Tucker Carlson's tribute that challenged us to rethink what it means to be an icon, and the powerful influence of Hollywood and political rhetoric. Or maybe they just wish they had the nuts to do some push-ups, throw on a cut, jump on a Harley Davidson, and rip that road. Let me know what you think in the comments, and know, yeah, we ghosting, baby.
Oh.